Welcome to episode 9 of the Finding My Own Pace audiobook series. We are working through my next book together, one chapter at a time, and today we are discussing cognitive dysfunction or brain fog. There's a pernicious symptom of living with fibromyalgia, ME/CFS, and other fatigue-related conditions that can slip quietly under the radar, overshadowed by the twin titans of pain and fatigue. It affects our everyday lives in many ways we may not fully realize, and even when we do, we're often unsure how to name it. Brain fog, or cognitive dysfunction, an unappealing but clinical term, is a real and stubborn part of many people's experience with these conditions. It can hit during a conversation, halfway through a task, or while reaching for a familiar word and leave us floundering in a sea of mental static. Personally, I don't do confrontations, not because I don't have thoughts or opinions, but because the stress of the moment causes me to forget how to access them. The clear, well-argued statements I might have prepared in writing disappear when I need them most, even on subjects I know deeply. My mind blanks. That's part of why I write everything down. I need a paper trail for my own thoughts. There have been countless conversations where I've reached for simple words that vanished the moment before I need them. More times still when I've said one thing but meant another, sometimes realizing it later and sometimes not at all. As someone who loves words and writing, these moments can feel like tiny heartbreaks. For a long time, brain fog was dismissed, just another thing supposedly in our heads, but this research now tells a different story. A 2015 study in Arthritis Care and Research found that cognitive dysfunction in fibromyalgia is very real. In a group of 60 individuals, 30 with fibromyalgia and 30 without, researchers found significant differences in attention and memory. What remains unclear is why these impairments occur. Estimates suggest that as many as 50% of people with fibromyalgia experience brain fog and possibly more. So what's causing it? Theories abound: disrupted sleep, an off-kilter nervous system, chronic pain, stress, anxiety. The reality is that we don't yet have a clear answer, but we do know it's linked to the broader web of symptoms we live with daily. Brain fog can show up in all sorts of frustrating ways: clumsiness or reduced spatial awareness, losing or mixing up words, memory lapses and forgetfulness, confusion, sensory overload and overwhelm, and difficulty focusing or being easily distracted. These experiences are difficult to quantify or explain, especially when they fluctuate so much from day to day. One day you're managing fine, the next you're struggling to find the word kettle. What can help? While we might not be able to eliminate brain fog entirely, we can take steps to reduce its impact. Prioritize sleep. Quality sleep is foundational. In both personal experience and research, improved sleep correlates with reduced brain fog. Pace your energy. Balancing activity and rest is essential. Manage pain and stress. These both contribute heavily to cognitive load. And practice self-compassion. Give yourself time and grace. These aren't small tasks. I spend a great deal of time working on sleep and pain management, and brain fog is still a factor, but it's far better than it used to be. Here's some practical coping strategies. While treating the root causes is important, these strategies help me deal with brain fog day to day. Lists and notes. I write everything down. Before I was ever diagnosed, I had a strong intuition that planning and external memory systems would help me cope. Routines. Turning common tasks onto habits lets you operate on autopilot. Gentle communication. I often explain to my family how much it means when they kindly offer the word I'm missing or intuitively understand what I meant to say. Mind your meds. Some medications that help with one symptom can worsen cognitive issues. Knowing their side effects give you the chance to address them. Mental exercises. Some people find puzzles, word games, or learning something new in small doses can help keep their mind sharp. Mindfulness. Techniques that bring awareness to the present can reduce stress and help with mental clarity. Brain fog is one of those invisible symptoms that can feel both trivial and devastating, depending on the moment. But with understanding, support, and a toolbox of strategies, we can navigate it with far more confidence than we once thought possible. You are not alone, and your thoughts are still yours, even when the fog tries to hide them. Thank you so much for joining me for this chapter of Finding My Own Pace audiobook series. If you would like to join the pre-order crew so that you can catch the audiobook episodes before they come out to the public and get the full manuscript before it's available to the public, in addition to a whole library of resources that I've created to support you in your journey, check the link below. If you found this helpful, please feel free to share it with someone who might find value from it, and put any questions you have in the comment box below. Thank you for being here and doing this journey with me, my friend.